guys, welcome to Glow and Peace. In today's video we're gonna make an apple crisp with my homemade personal fave recipe. You will need about 5 Granny Smith apples, or whatever your favorite apples are, some flour, regular sugar, brown sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, a tub of your favorite butter, 2 lemon wedges, regular plastic bowl for mixing, a standard glass 8x8 baking dish, an apple or a round vegetable peeler, and a corer. You're also going to need some oats. We will be baking this at 375. The exact time will be determined. Disclaimer, I'm Jamaican. I don't use standard measurements. I go by a little bit of this, that, teenses. That's my unit of measurement. So just pay attention and I'll try to approximate them to measurements as closely as possible, but y'all gotta bear with me. Going to safely plunge into the apple and twist it, pop it out. Then take your knife, you should have a knife, and pop it out. I don't like to use my fingers because it's very sharp, so I try and pull it out first and then, oh boy, and then boom. Careful, you have to be careful. By the way, you can also use a chopstick to help get the apple out. I just did it, but that's something you can help so you don't have to use your fingers because it is pretty sharp. Start to peel. Also, please just be careful. Exercise caution and wisdom at all times. So carefully peel. And you're going to cut your apple into as many pieces as you can fit. So I'm gonna see how many chunks. So this is what the apple looks like in half. Slice it kind of as thin as possible. Oops. I just finished coring, peeling, cutting up the apples. So right now you're gonna take a lemon wedge and you're going to squeeze it all over the apples. You're actually going to take 2 because I have a lot, and squeeze it all over the apples. This helps with the browning. Put it all in there up to the top because we're going to fill this baking dish up. Pour your apples in the dish. You're going to lightly sprinkle some of your regular sugar on the apples. With the same spoon, do it about 1, 2, 3. Oh, that wasn't great. 3. You're gonna set this aside and get your plastic bowl. You're gonna put some flour in the bowl. I can't call it a cup. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. But we're gonna call this, this is about 2 cups of flour. I'm gonna add the approximate of what I believe to be is about a ½ cup of oats, but I could be wrong. Your cane sugar, probably like a ¼ cup. Probably, I don't know. This is probably like a ½ cup to 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Dump it all in there. Boom. Add your cinnamon. You can do it to your taste, but you're gonna sprinkle some cinnamon. Sprinkle in your nutmeg, and then you're gonna add truly a teens of salt. So of this is what I mean by a pinch. This is a teens. This is not a pinch. It's a teens. I'm going to stir this around. You're going to take your favorite butter and you are going to add little by little. Let's just say you're going to add about 3 big chunks at a time. 1, 2, 3, just kidding, 4. Or let's do 5. 5. The goal is to get it nice and mashed up and very clumpy. I'll show you. because you're gonna churn this. You're gonna mix it in. So you're going to mix it in like so. See how it's getting nice and crumbly? That's what you want, but you want it to get like almost like a paste. There's never too much butter in this recipe. Now I'll just add a little bit more oats. So just sprinkle it. Ooh, that was not a sprinkle. Then add some more butter. Let's do a giant chunk. 2 giant chunks. You might use the tub. It's perfectly fine in this recipe, okay? The reason why I can't say how much butter is because you have to get it to this nice paste-like consistency. It cannot be too crumbly. It needs to be pasty. This is how we're going to get it nice and bubbly at the top. This smells really good, by the way. This should do it. I believe this is. So I don't know who was counting, but I hope somebody was counting. All right. Yeah, this should do it. This should get her done. I'm just gonna try and clump it. I never do this, but try and mash. Oh yeah. Okay, this is good, because we're gonna put all this on the apples. You're gonna see how it's a little at the bottom? Don't even sweat it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna try and put the more crumbly bits at the bottom. And then put the more buttery bits on top, but I'm gonna press it in with my hand anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So and then we'll just pat all of that in. Pat. Get some from the side that I accidentally spilled. And you can put some, my mom likes to do this, she puts some in 3 or 4 corners. So she puts the butter in the center. Actually, she puts cuts that piece again. She puts some, let's say anywhere there's like a flower patch or a lighter. Because there's a lot of butter in these corners. You can tell because it's more packed brown. Boom. We're going to set the timer for about an hour, and we're gonna put this in. I'm gonna leave it in there for 1 whole hour at 375, and we'll take it out. This is what it looks like now. We'll come back in an hour.
Much later.
Okay guys, it's all done. This is the top, all golden brown. When I put it in the oven, about 20 minutes later, I put some more butter. I sprinkled 1, 2, 3, 4 clumps of butter, about teaspoon clumps on there. This is the bottom. You see how it's all gooey? That's how you know it's good, okay? The total baking time was originally going to be an hour, but it was really an hour and about 20 minutes. So that's how much I baked it. I wanted an extra 15 minutes because I wanted this little golden brown. So let's get a scoop and dig. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I'll be putting some in this for some ice cream. Enjoy with your favorite ice cream. Ooh. Wait, let's just try it directly from the... Ooh. Ooh. This is very hot, by the way. This tastes really good. This is from my dad. I'm gonna eat another scoop. See, it's very hot, by the way. This was an apple cobbler slash crisp because I added more flour. It'd have been crisp if I added more oats, but it's delicious. Please enjoy and have a great day. Well, it's gonna be mine now. I'll see you in the next video.